Welcome back, everybody. Today we're talking about whether you can trust your dentist or not. Turns out there's 4 easy steps you can take to make sure that you can trust him/her, because there's both in this world. Let's go. Number 1, you need to make sure that your dentist can show you stuff, because if he can't, then you're probably in a bad situation. For example, if the dentist who you just had a checkup with tells you you have 1,000 cavities, well, maybe don't believe him until he shows you some evidence of that. A photograph, an x-ray. Now, the chances are you're probably not going to be able to understand the x-ray that he shows you just because you're not used to reading x-rays, you didn't go to school for that, or if you are a dentist, then maybe you did go to school for that. But most of you probably haven't, and as a result, you won't be able to see what the dentist sees per se, unless it's a really obvious problem. The fact that that is not the word for dentist. The dentist is willing to show you what the problem is on the x-ray and is doing so confidently, there's probably a good chance that you can trust him. Issue is when the dentist says, no, I'm not gonna show you the x-ray, trust me, I'm a dentist. Yeah, don't trust him. Run, away fast. Well, you don't have to really run, but just leave the clinic and you'll be fine. Also, photographs are a great way to show you stuff. So if the dentist takes little pictures, he can show you the problem, and that really helps. And don't be afraid if you are doubting what they're saying, or you just have a little tiny bit of doubt. Just ask, can you show me the problem? Can you show me where these cavities are? If they do so confidently without being defensive, then there's a very good chance that you can trust your dentist, and that's awesome. The second thing you should look for is cooperation between the dentist and his team. If the assistant is not very comfortable when the dentist is explaining his treatment plan to you, for example, Mr. You need 16 crowns or else your teeth will die. Now, sometimes that's actually the case, but if you have a really healthy mouth and the assistant is not very confident in the dentist treatment plan, then you shouldn't be confident in the dentist treatment plan either. So at this point, you definitely want to go get a second opinion or something. Just make sure that you're getting the best possible care for you. This next tip doesn't necessarily reflect whether you can trust your dentist or not, but it does tell you whether you're a good match for your dentist or whether your dentist is a good match for you, because that's definitely more important. Now, I'm talking about personality. If your dentist is someone who creeps you out because of their personality, then don't go there. It's obvious. But even on the more subtle situations where they're just a lot more quiet than you and they're very reserved, you may not feel comfortable with them. And it's super important that you do feel comfortable with your dentist. Otherwise, you're going to be questioning every single thing they do, and that is not fun. Even though they're trustworthy, if their personality is too different from yours, you may not trust them in the end. And that's what matters. So pick someone you like, pick someone that you would trust your children with, and you should be in good shape. The last thing I would mention is that you just want to make sure your dentist has a super clean work environment, because if he doesn't, there's a good chance that he's not doing a good enough job. What I mean by this is that your safety, obviously, is number 1. And if there are infected or contaminated tools or pieces from a previous patient sitting around in your operating room, then that's not good, because there's the potential for those contaminants to get into your system. You want to make sure that doesn't happen. So that is of the utmost importance, making sure that you do have a clean work environment. It's a bit more subtle with the dentist than it would be at a mechanic, for example, because the bits and pieces are so much smaller. So take a look at the floors really quick, make sure that there's nothing sticking around there, and make sure that when they give you safety glasses, for example, that they're not fogged up or smeared from the previous patient. Just make sure everything's nice and clean. If you see that consistency in the cleanliness of the dental office, then you can feel really confident that your dentist is doing an awesome job. So there you have it. 4 easy ways to tell if your dentist is awesome and worthy of your dental respect, which I'm sure they are, because honestly, most dentists are great and they do an awesome job. But there's outliers in any group of people, and you just want to make sure you're not stuck with one of them. So until the next one, we'll see you guys later. Also, if you liked this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can support me making more of these videos for you, because let's face it, dental health is important. We all need to talk about it. It's a red button. It's right there. Thank you. Bye.